Hey guys, Aigey here, and I know that you guys have been pretty excited about Overwatch content coming out, and I wanted to make sure you guys know about some of the plans I have for the creations I've got, but I'll let you guys know about that after I talk about Overwatch Competitive Mode. Now, I know that many of you are looking forward to Overwatch's competitive mode to finally come out. As for me, I'm also excited. However, after playing with some of my higher rank Overwatch friends, I know that I've got a lot to learn about what it takes to be fairly decent at the game. An example, I met some players recently while playing with the best Widow I've ever seen so far, telling me some of the particular heroes that are strictly ineffective. However, until the actual competitive mode is released, he was unable to make an honest and fair judgment of what heroes are going to be overpowered or underpowered until competitive mode comes out, which leads me to my next question. When is competitive mode actually getting released? Of course I looked around, however I saw an article from GameSpot released on May 1st discussing the reason why ranked mode is still currently locked. TLDR, Jeff Kaplan, whom is the game director of Overwatch, makes mention that it's rather difficult to properly release a ranked mode simply from not understanding what they want to make this mode as it is. He mentioned difficult aspects of how team balancing, having multiple or single occurrences of a hero, and even number of people that you can queue up with for this particular aspect of the game makes matchmaking very difficult to set up. He also mentioned that he's very aware of video gamers will always be interested in their current stats and how they line up with other players on a competitive ladder. Though, of course, after reading over the article and watching the 12-minute video there, I can say that I personally agree with them waiting on releasing competitive queue. Now, here's where I ask you guys a question. What do you think about this? Do you think that it's right for the devs to withhold releasing a competitive mode, or should it have been released day one? Comp mode was already something that was released in previous beta testing, to my understanding. Not necessarily open beta testing, but closed beta for sure. And some of the people that played during that time may not understand why it's not out currently. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if some of you have played in the closed beta and you did not see competitive mode, but for my own personal understanding, I believe that there were competitive modes. I did not play during some parts of the closed beta simply because I did not have time creating League of Legends content, but for those of you that have, please again correct me if I am wrong. But again, I'll bring it back and ask you guys again, what do you think? Should they have waited to release the competitive mode, which I believe is dropping here soon in June, or should they have released it instantly? Go ahead and leave a comment below, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Now, moving on from that, I would like to let you guys know that I am working on a short satirical cinematic video for Overwatch discussing a petition to get guns banned from Overwatch. It's rather sarcastic in presentation, but hopefully you guys enjoy. However, I'd like to make mention that I originally had several ideas, but figuring out how to do these particular things with the video editing software, and of course the video editing in-game that you can use, has really upped the amount of ideas that I have as far as this kind of video and videos to come of this nature. Anyway, leave a comment below for a hero you'd actually like to see a guide for, because I feel that making guides would be something very fun to do, and I have some great ideas now, and especially more ideas than I had before. So if you have any of the ideas of the heroes that you'd like to learn, please let me know in a comment below, and I will do everything I can to bring you guys the best information that you possibly can on those particular heroes. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of whatever it is I decide to do. Alright, peace.
Aigey.